I know I kind of left y'all hanging on the Monte. I apologize, but man, when we get busy at the shop, there's little dips in work where I can work on my own stuff, kind of go crazy on my own work. And then there's times where I don't have time to stop and think. We're so busy, and that's most of the time. And that's where we're at with the Monte. We had a little dip in work where I was kind of going crazy on this thing, doing a lot of stuff, and then we had a big flood of work, and which is good. I have to do the work, otherwise I can't do stuff like this. But kind of left you guys hanging on the video with the Monte. So we got the frames swapped on it. Everything's bolted down. She does run and drive again. Needs a few little tinkering things, like the brake lines need to be bled. I had to put like a 3-foot extension in the back brake line. Need to get the bumpers back on it. Kind of tune up the engine. This car has never really been driven for probably 20 years. I mean, it's been driven around, here and there, but like within the last 10 years especially, it only goes out a couple times a year, handful of times a year. So it needs a little bit of attention as far as carburetor cleaned and all that stuff, and get it tuned up and running, driving good. See those long arms underneath there? And this car is going to be up for sale too. I really don't know why I bought it, to be honest with you. I bought it because I always liked the car. It was kind of a piece of our lowriding history here in Des Moines. It's always been one of my favorites in this town. So that's why I bought it. But realistically, I need to get my Impala done. So I'm gonna probably put this thing up for sale once I get everything working right and acting right, doing everything it's supposed to do. Putting a new set of wheels on it. I bought some new tires for these wheels. These are some old 14s. These were actually the wheels that were on my 64 when I first got it 5 years ago. Put some new tires on it. They're 14 6s, so that's why the tires look a little obnoxious on there. I'm just not a huge fan, and plus the guy that mounted the tires nicked the bead or the seal on the spokes and caused 2 of them to leak. I tried to reseal them, one still leaks, so I got to reseal it again. So I'll probably end up putting those wheels on my Cadillac project I got, and I'm putting these suckers on here. 13s with 520s on it. Looks a whole lot better. So yeah, that's the update on the Gucci Carlo. Man, look at all that Gucci. She cleans up nice. This is just like a little work stain. Don't even worry about that, Cleans up. It's actually a pretty good looking car when it's all cleaned up. For being 20-year-old paint. So if anyone's actually interested in this car, once I get everything done, I'm gonna have to rerun the exhaust on it. If I get this thing top notch, working right, I'm gonna ask 15 for it. If somebody want to take it before I did the exhaust and all that stuff, I'd probably take 12 for it. Or if you didn't want the wheels, I'd work out a better deal. However you want to take it. I still got to finish putting the pumps in it. It's got the 2 rear pumps in it. Front pump is a Black Magic piston pump with an 8L dump. Number 13 Marzocchi gear in it. Gets it pretty good. 10 battery setup. Fully wrapped frame, bridged. Crate motor. Nice steering wheel. Interior's pretty clean still. All Gucci. Yeah, the car ran and drove good. It just needs its, maintenance. So let me show you guys this lockup before we go. Pretty high, huh? Just kidding. Now, the pinion angle is not the happiest when it's at full extension, which it's pretty good midway, but let's be real here. I'm 6 foot tall, okay? I mean, this thing is ridiculous. Okay. So you can't expect the pinion to be happy every direction, but it's pretty good midway. But that is the full nonsense on it. I think that if it had a front bumper, it'd be eating the ground. But I mean, would you just look at that for a second? Man. 30-inch telescopics. I'm probably going to chain it down to a reasonable ride height. Because like I said, I actually broke one of the U-joint straps. So I got to get a new U-joint strap because it's just unhappy right there. But if you adjust it out the other way to make the pinion perfect here, it pretty much points to the sky when you lay this thing all the way out. So, you know, high lockups are a little bit of a give and take. But that's nasty. Got a new project over here too. I'll be doing some work on this thing soon. As soon as I get a little slot of time, I'm gonna make this sucker sweet. Freaking lowriders just everywhere.